All right, man, let's do it. What's up, man? Welcome to another episode of the Epicenter Podcast.
Yes, sir.
DAEPICENTRE. That's the British way.
The UK way.
I got my main dog. I got my co-host, Mr. Girls Like STERL.
We in the building, baby. We in the building. Glad to be here again, episode 5. Like I said before, we don't got no systems in here. We got the system of consistency. Y'all gonna hear us every week, and y'all gonna be able to see us every week. And you know where to find us at. He just spelled it out. And you know where to listen to us at. Everywhere you can plug something up.
Absolutely.
Right,
audio, video, and people been trying us too.
What?
Because there's a bunch of podcasts who don't really start the right way. They're YouTube only. So people are like, so y'all, where do y'all drop your podcast? I'm like, everywhere you listen to podcasts at.
For sure.
Like, y'all just on YouTube, right? No, Apple Music, Spotify, Google Play, iHeart. I can go down the list, about 20 of them. But if you can listen to a podcast, that's us, man. We also got my dog, man, my main guy, man, one of my best friends, Mr. BBT.
You dig?
Praise the Lord, God is good.
He's filling in for my dog Sterl, and not for my dog Sterl. I'm sorry. For my dog Pank, man. For my dog Pank, man. Pank's on his way somewhere. We're not gonna mention where, but safe traveling mercies to him. He was giving us a little lesson on systems, man.
Yeah, the whole time that we've been setting up, all we heard is systems. But we heard some good stuff. Like I said before, y'all not gonna see him, but y'all gonna hear a lot of good stuff from him in the background. And it's gonna be a good show. Shout out to the first and last time listeners, for sure.
Exactly.
Anybody that's listening. I've been getting a lot of feedback about our clips. I've been getting a lot of feedback about just, people seeing us and hearing us. So we appreciate y'all. It's not going unnoticed. 5 episodes in, and y'all rocking with us, so we appreciate that.
You know what it was? They saw them cameras. They saw that 4K
come up. The camera changed up.
And that's still 1080, man. We ain't really hit them in the face with 4K yet.
Yeah, we coming with it, though, man. Y'all see what's going on.
Absolutely.
Y'all know what the fuck going on.
We really didn't even give. You know what? It's gonna come back full circle. Don't worry. If you ain't a believer, we gonna make you a believer. Don't worry. We got time. We understand.
Yes, sir.
Y'all just late adapters. You know what I'm saying? Late adapters. That's all it is. So we can go hop into something that's very near and dear to everybody's hearts, or at least a lot of women's hearts. One of the more recent events that happened last Tuesday, 7 days to the day, February 14th. That is Valentine's Day, man.
Yes,
what did you get into for Valentine's Day?
He would ask me first. Valentine's Day, and I'm about to expose myself. No, I had a good Valentine's Day, man. Okay. I went out to eat with the Rios. And Rios looked like the club outside. It was crazy. Sheesh. Even though I had a reservation, the crazy thing was it was jam-packed. I'm talking about like people was outside. I was late to my reservation. And other people were late to the reservations, and they were outside. And I really think restaurants don't care about how many people they book on Valentine's Day. They just book as many people as they can, and people fall off. That was the way it looked. We went in, and I'm talking about it was literally people sitting down still, no like getting up, moving out. So I just had to finesse. I'm a talker, brother. Anytime I go somewhere, I let me find a manager real quick, and I talk and just, it's the gift of gab, man, that sales talk. I just know how to say the right things and get to where I need to go. Some people will sit back there and say nothing, and I was like, nah, we're not doing that.
Proactive.
Yeah.
That makes me want to ask a question. So have you ever took a girl to the club for like a legitimate date?
Hell nah.
No?
I like one of my little plays. You go to the club that you know everybody at, and then you go through like you him. I know the DJ over here. I know a couple bartenders here. So you make her feel like, oh shit, this nigga know everybody.
10 handshakes later, she feel like she with that guy.
Exactly. 10 of these. Yo, you just pointing at random people, and then she feel like you him, and then so I've done that. But not a legitimate date. Nah, I don't think that's a spot for dating.
Man, listen, this Valentine's Day, I was with a special young lady, man. I pulled out one of my OG bags of tricks. Man. So I'm gonna expose this because I'm done with it for next year. I probably won't bring it back for 3-4 years till she forget about this if she watches this, right? So, fellas, what you want to do is this is something that you can use whether you have an expansive budget or whether you have a very
low budget.
Low budget. Right. I was gonna say low. I was gonna say constricted. But okay. I was gonna say constricted, but
challenged.
Challenged.
Work in progress.
Exactly. You a little. You know what I'm saying. So, what I was gonna say is, you want to get about 4 to 5 to 6 gifts, right?
Okay.
4 to 5 to 6 gifts, right? Now these can be the normal flowers, candy, it could be little piece
teddy
of jewelry. Teddy bear could be a little piece of jewelry if you want to step up there.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But those smaller, palm-sized gifts, that's what you're going to go for. In the car and whatnot, and maybe some cash. You're going to take those things and you're going to organize a scavenger hunt. Whether it be at your house or if you have access to her house or if y'all live together, you're going to organize a scavenger hunt. And what you're going to do is, boom, you're going to set the first gift on the counter so she sees it. Maybe rose petals walking in, she leaves it to her. Boom.
Right.
Then you write like a little poem, encrypted message. Boom.
Okay.
Go look in the closet under my favorite pair of shoes. Boom. She goes in there. Looks. Damn. What did he say? His favorite pair of shoes.
Right.
She's fucking up your closet. You gotta clean it up later, but it's alright.
Okay. I like where it's going.
She looks through the boxes. The chocolate. Boom, the chocolate. Okay, boom. Now you got the chocolate. Now you read another message. Oh, you so beautiful, my chocolate bunny. Shit. All that artistic
Wrong
shit.
holiday.
I'm giving y'all some game right now.
I like that.
I'm giving y'all some game. Y'all better use it. So, boom. By the time next Valentine's Day come around, they'll forget that. So, boom. Then you get that. Then you keep going, and then you want to save like the jewelry or whatever the hit hard is for last. You want to take her all around the crib. You could take her out to the car, go out to my trunk, and look under the
okay.
You know what I'm saying? So when she's finished, she gonna just be like, oh my god.
Right.
And the 2 hours that it took her to figure that out, you were watching ESPN. That's an elite level setup.
That's a way to set up. Yeah, instead of just dropping all your gifts at one time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
The brain work, man. Mentally
mental stimulation.
She has to be mentally occupied, man.
Got you.
Stimulated. I like that.
Yeah. Girls like mental stimulation. You say that, like, ooh,
stimulate mentally.
Stimulate my mental.
That's what they say, at least.
That's what they say. That's what they like to say. But yeah, man, Valentine's Day, it's a thing of just figuring out what you can do to impress her in a sense. And that was one of your questions: is Valentine's Day for us or for them?
Yeah, I
would say for them. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect to get a gift. If I do get one, it's nice. Did get a gift and it was nice. But generally, like I'm thinking it was 2 podcasts before Valentine's. We was already putting y'all on game to be ready for Valentine's Day.
We prefaced you. If you messed up this Valentine's Day, we done everything we could.
Yeah, we told you it was coming. We told you what to do to book your place. Because I called a couple places like when that little issue was going on with Rio's just to be proactive and have a plan B. Everything booked. You know what's crazy? That's how I know, man, preparation is the best. So I called probably 2.5 weeks ahead. That's not early, but that's not late. Probably around the 30th. You was right on the cusp, though.
You feel me?
You was right on the cusp.
So I called to one of my favorite steak joints, little exquisite joint. I'm not gonna get the name of it because I don't want to see too many of y'all there. But
I think you gave it out in the last.
I definitely gave it out. So y'all gonna have to go dig for that. So I called them and they only had a 3:30 reservation. And that kind of 3:30 is a little early for dinner on Valentine's Day. But so I booked the reservation anyway, and just so happened my look 3 days before.
Yeah.
They were fully booked, so 3 o'clock was the only one they had. 3 days before, they had an opening for 7:15. I switched it last minute. I was like, amen, thank God.
And then people cancel and you can sort of, you know what I'm saying, call, like, I was like, yo, if something comes up, let me know. I called a couple of, like, let me know if something come up, this and that. But it's really, you know what I'm saying, Valentine's is about thinking ahead, bro. Thinking about what she might like, thinking about her reaction to this, thinking reaction to that. And it's a mind game. For me, I enjoy that, though. I like putting a little thought into it. Because you should do it every day of the year. Or whatever, however you and your relationship goes. But that day specifically, you take some time to really like, all right, let me think about this. Let me place this here. She likes these. I'm going to get this early. And then just make it like, oh, you was listening.
Yeah.
You was paying attention.
Some brownie points.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's take it left, man. It's enough embellishing for these ladies out here, man. I want to say, I'm a very progressive fellow. You know what I'm saying?
Very dignified fellow.
I think Valentine's Day is my day too. I would like to be romanced too. I've been probably romanced. So I want to ask you a question. What is the most romantic thing that a woman has ever done for you?
Oh shoot! Put me on the spot. T, you got anything?
T, what's the most romantic thing?
I think about
what's the most romantic thing that a woman has ever done for you?
Fill my car with gas.
And you see how simple that is, man.
We don't need car with gas. That's it.
Car don't need to take gas.
Huh?
Never mind.
With my old car.
Right. He did pull up in that Tesla today, man.
That means it meant more. That means it meant more back then. Oh,
that Tesla was rented. But no, fill my car with gas. $50 of gas go a long way. I looked at her. Thank you. Right. That's it. Just thank you in the eyes. Thank you.
Wow. That's a good one.
What about you? You still?
I'm still thinking, bro.
You know what I'm pissed off about?
What?
You ever heard the saying? Have you ever heard like a lady say, "You're not supposed to buy a man shoes because he gonna walk out your life"? You ever heard a girl say that?
Yeah,
that's an excuse.
That's an excuse.
They see how much our shoes cost when you get to Foot Locker. Our shoes ain't $60 like y'all's is. And y'all can get the dunks for $100.
Man,
our dunks is what, $180?
I don't even blame them, the women of this generation. I don't even blame them all. I blame the grannies. That's where that started. That was the best.
That is some
gift.
old school.
Charlene,
Brenda,
made that rule 1922, I think.
Yeah. Betty May, all them. That's 1979.
They was buying niggas loafers. They wasn't even buying no dunks.
You only had 2 shoes. Cecil only had 2 shoes.
Them loafers were $32 back then.
Handmade loafers too.
Yeah, he was buying
handmade.
No strings and nothing, just loafers, just slip on.
And she was like,
fake rule though, not real.
Man, you know what? And at that moment when Hattie Mae decided that she was gonna not buy
What was it again, bro?
Hattie Mae.
I know Hattie Mae. Go ahead. I know Hattie Mae.
Miss Bethune. When Miss Bethune realized that she wasn't gonna buy Mr. Henry no more shoes.
Mr. Henry wasn't getting no more loafers.
She made up that rule, and ever since then, the best gift that you can buy a man was taken off the table.
Right, that is true.
Negro handbook. Page 32, I think. Fake rule though. Fake rule.
Definitely fake or expired rule at that. That's expired. You can buy some dunks and we'll appreciate it. Buy some J's.
On the rules every 5 years.
Should I take some Crocs? I literally don't have a pair of Crocs, bro. You got Crocs?
I don't have Crocs.
You got Crocs?
I got Yeezy. Man, listen, these Yeezy foam
runners. I had foam runners I sold, but nah. They done.
Them foam run, they so smooth. What other you mentioned something? You said it's on the page 32 of the what?
Negro handbook.
The Negro handbook.
5th edition on Amazon.
What else is on in the pages of the Negro handbook?
What else is on the pages? Well, we're not supposed to share it to others because they may not be.
They might not be.
No.
Negro.
This is it. We can give it to them.
And I got my HBCU shirt on for Black History Month.
Go ahead, and that means historically black college. Universities for non-Negroes.
Yeah.
No, what else is on that page, bro? You told me, bro. What else is in the Negro handbook?
Okay, so what else? Let me give you something. What else is in the
Thou
Negro
shalt
handbook?
not talk in the movie.
That definitely
that's
ain't
a
in the
rule.
Negro handbook.
I don't want a white person talking or a black person talking in the movie.
Nah, the black people be talking in the movie.
But it's a rule that we break.
The Negro handbook. Don't run in the house or the cake is gonna go flat. I have yet to see it.
The cake go flat?
The cake go flat. Like
I almost didn't know what you were talking about until I had to think about it. I haven't heard that in so many years.
If you ain't got you grandma house. This is grandma house. Grandma house.
Yeah.
This is grandma house stuff.
Don't come in the house because you smell like outside.
Yeah, don't come in the house. You smell like outside.
What does that light smell like?
Exactly. Sit down when it's lightning and raining outside.
I was about to say.
The Lord is talking. Hey, hold on now.
Now you heard the devil's beating his wife when it's thundering and lightning outside and the sun is out. They said the devil's beating his wife. You ever heard that one?
I haven't heard that one yet.
Yeah.
The devil beating his wife.
The devil is beating his wife.
That's domestic violence, ain't it?
I'm telling you.
Like running in and out of the house. Like what is the problem?
To sit down somewhere.
Hold on. When you pay for air conditioning, the air conditioning is stay inside.
That's really what all these Negro rules come from. It's just financial.
Save money.
Saving money.
Don't be drinking water if you're not running around. You're not thirsty.
Don't open that if you're not finna finish it. You know what I'm saying? You got
efficiency.
Yeah.
Efficiency.
Systems.
Guys, this podcast today is brought to you by Systems. Since 1989 and whatnot, we have been powered by Systems.
The name of this episode is called
It's definitely Systems.
It's
Everything we talk about is going to be about a system.
You just gave a Valentine's Day.
That was a system.
The Valentine's Day
Hey,
system.
this guy might be on
The
something.
Valentine's Day system, man.
For $9.98, you can make your Valentine's Day happy.
Valentine's Day system.
Seriously, that system that you had probably cost like each get $5, and your big one is gonna be the big picture.
No, but that's the beautiful thing about it. It's for each type of man. It could that could be over $1,000,
right? And the gifts
or it could be $40,
right? And I was gonna say I'm a thoughtful guy. I listen to shit and I get small things. It don't have to be something humongous.
Yeah,
they could say, I need they busy. They keep forgetting to get trash bags. Give them some trash bags. And I'm not saying for Valentine's. I'm saying this is like a normal day thing. If you just want to just get her something that she's been talking about, or that she's been saying over and over, and she's not gonna get it because she be running around, she be forgetting. Just get it for her.
You got niggas like STERL out here paying attention, boy. It's dangerous.
Hey, when they look at it, STERL paying attention. I start paying utilities. We're gonna buy some gas. We're gonna buy some groceries. We're gonna take care of a bill.
Talk dirty.
That's all.
And look here. Wallow's big thing is the Target. You ever heard of this Target system?
Yeah,
the Target system. Taking short of the Target and be like, get whatever you want, get whatever you need.
I'm not buying a bag. The only bag I'm buying
I had to put
is a Walmart bag if you put your groceries in.
Right. I had to put a limit on that.
I'm eager to see how long ago he made the episode, because Shan's don't always drop his episodes when
December.
he's done. The groceries done went up a little bit, man. That $200 card like $350 right now.
Shit is up,
eggs. You buy a woman eggs, you love her.
Bro,
you know how much eggs cost $10?
Eggs damn near extinct, bro.
Trash bags up.
It was first chicken that was on that that list of almost
went out of business.
And of course, the egg would come next. Would come first, the chicken or the egg. You know.
Oh, yeah, now we know. Now we do know.
Now we know.
All right, fellas, let's shift gears a little bit into some more bro talk.
Bro talk,
man. You know, Valentine's Day was important, but it wasn't important as
the
Super Bowl. You
feel me?
You know what I'm saying?
Super Bowl talk. Let's get it.
So. This was one of the best Super Bowls I ever seen.
Yeah,
This was an amazing game, man. I really was on the edge of my seat from start to finish.
Right.
I went from talking shit to being quiet to talking shit to being quiet. I got humbled. I was cocky. Went through every emotion.
I ain't have no horse in this race, bro. But I was going for the Eagles, though. I like Hurts. You know, obviously that's our frat brother.
Root to the bros.
Root to the bros. And I just like dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? He seemed like he carried himself well. He got his head on straight. I like the fact that he has an all woman team, like his communications person, his publicist, his stylist. Yeah, all women, all black women too.
Who was that? That was like a Delta. That was red. That
she's his
agent. Sports agent.
Yeah,
sports agent. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
That's dope, bro.
I mean, I hate to be the one, the
anti-woman.
No, anti-bro guy. Oh shit. The anti-bro guy, man. I love you, Jalen, man. I think you're amazing. You should have won MVP, but man, I need you to take that L, boy. It was so many 4th and 1s that he just kept getting. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, shit was crazy.
Man, and I actually won some money, man. And thank God, man. I wanted to say, thank God, man.
That was a sign I lost money back then.
Y'all hear that, man? Thank God, man. For it's great to have a friend who keeps paying you money, man. Even though I normally give him money during Madden.
This is the bet that was lost?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Damn.
Absolutely. No over under. When you got friends, you just bet a straight up $20, man.
Let me get 20 off you, man.
Tell me why we spent that 20 before we left the.
Yeah.
Before we
where y'all watch the game at?
Harold's.
This episode is brought to you by Harold's Chicken.
Harold's Chicken.
Charlotte.
Everybody be there. You know where it's at.
Absolutely, Harold's popping, man. How did you feel about the game? How did you?
No, it was a good game. It was different watching it in a communal setting or whatnot. Normally, you watch the game, you watch it at the house,
right?
So it was more of an experience. So people were hanging around or whatnot. It was a good experience or whatnot.
Was some Eagle fans in there?
Like jerseys and shit? No, it wasn't many. Nah, people were there for the vibes. If you go to Harold, you're not really watching the game. You watching other people watch the game. I'm about to say,
because the Eagles fans is like, it's a couple fans out of football, Eagles fans, Steelers fans, Cowboys fans, I would say almost the most.
How about them Broncos, man?
Nobody worry about the Broncos.
Okay, all right.
Right.
Speaking of the best team, the best franchise in the NFL,
the Panthers.
Let's not do that.
All right, chill on my team. Not too much on my team.
But man, I just want to say it is after he won the money. I saw him, passing the fans the championship trophy at the parade.
That. Yeah.
That's beautiful. All that. I'm glad for him. Your black man still won. But I'm thinking about it. He's won 2 championships. I could start safely hating on Patrick Mahomes now. I can start wishing the worst for him now. He's won 2 Super Bowls, so he's won more than 95% of other quarterbacks. Because I don't think we're gonna do anything or see the playoffs for the next 15, 20 years. He's too young. I need an ankle injury or something.
I bet he had an ankle injury and still won.
No, I need like a Steph Curry. He can't.
in a cast broken ankle type of thing.
They said if he wins 2 more, then he'll be a greater than Brady.
He can win 2 more. I need him to hurry up and win and retire because I'm not trying to be 45 waiting until the day. He's younger than me, right?
Yeah.
Waiting until he's damn.
He's played 5 years.
Right.
But with sports medicine, you think about LeBron's playing to 40, 41, 45, and whatnot. Brady played to 45. For sports medicine, you may see athletes going to 45, 50, quarterbacks at least.
The longevity of sports and athletes is definitely about to change. You know what I'm saying? From when that's why the old guys look at LeBron the way they do. Like, I couldn't do that. Because the medicine wasn't there. Like, now we got technology. We got
all that sports medicine.
All that sports medicine it's a whole nother world, bro.
All that sports medicine talk is beautiful. But me, Sierra, Russell, and Sean Payton are all going to have a prayer meeting, a Bible study. And through the power of the Lord.
Let me ask you, bro. What church is it? A Better Beulah Baptist Church, a Better Believement Beyond All Better Things?
Bethune Cookman Backman's Holy Ghost Rise Worship House of Worship.
Cookman.
That's on Route 88, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
They ain't got a air conditioner.
Aside from this little sidebar, you don't think Russell Wilson corny, bro? Yeah, that told me all I need to know. He's corny, bro. You talk too long. He's corny.
Russell
corny,
Wilson.
Bro. That's my hot take. He's corny.
Hey, before you say anything, BRIL, let's ride.
That's right.
That's one of the corniest phrases.
You know how frustrating it was, man, just being so loyal to him all season. But I will say Russell Wilson has corny tendencies, not because of his duties to Sierra, but because of the TikToks that he has made.
And I don't even know if it's because he came behind Future, no pun intended, but Is that why he's corny?
It's because he's culturally different. Like, you gotta realize
that's a good word. This
culturally different.
And it's okay though. It's okay.
For one, most quarterbacks traditionally are different people.
Yes.
Very smart, very smart, very.
And I guess that's why, not to cut you, I guess that's why like your Cam Newton seems so elaborate. You know what I'm saying? You got those quarterbacks with personality.
He's from Atlanta though.
Yeah, exactly.
Russell went to NC State and then Wisconsin, and then Seattle. Like,
it makes sense.
It's a complete cultural difference.
Gotcha.
But it's okay that he's different. We need a plethora of people that look like us that are different in different ways.
That's true.
Man, listen, we need him to win. I don't care about all of that. He need to win. He need to lose.
You don't care about that.
Right now, he need to listen. This is my unfiltered opinion. Russell Wilson, I love you. I'm a Broncos fan, man. Listen, you're here now. We didn't get the contract.
You're here now.
We need you to lose 12 pounds, man. That husband weight, we need you to drop that, man.
Oh, that's tough.
We need you to lose that husband. You know that good, feeding good, big belly, big contract. We need you to lose that so you can scramble again. Because you sat the first 8-9 weeks, I watch you sit back in the pocket. I'm like, man, that was 10 yards, 12 yards. That was the first down. And I'm just like, this guy thinks he's Tom Brady. Not that you can't throw, but it's like, man, you're 5'10", man. I know
that's what I'm saying. He ain't even that tall.
Drew Brees was slant God, man. He had slant God. He had slant God.
Hey, you saw him in person, didn't you? You saw him up close.
You saw him when he played Panthers, right?
The same way I didn't understand the frustration with Russell Westbrook until I saw him live is the same way I understood the frustration of Russell Wilson. It hurts so much more when you watch it live and you watch the decisions. Like, even with Russell Westbrook, when I watched him with the Lakers, he plays basketball. You can't see this over the TV, but I saw it. He plays basketball like a football player. Like, he doesn't have the lateral sway, agility, rhythm.
Like Kyrie.
He doesn't have that,
that
Jamal Crawford bound. He doesn't. He has a forward back. He has forward back.
Yeah. That's true, and that's why them dunks are so explosive. Is he just be running straight from this baseline to the other one and just dunk? That's it. It wasn't no finesse. Like,
touch the ball, defense, touch the ball.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly.
LeBron, he's no longer on the Lakers now, so.
Yeah, shit.
They might make a playoff run. How you feel about that, T? That's sure.
That's my team too.
No. I'm a LeBron fan and a Lakers fan. I'm a LeBron fan. Don't worry, guys. Come on, calm down.
I'm one of those guys too. To be honest, I don't really give.
Nobody has NBA teams anymore.
But at this point, LeBron is retiring.
Is that still in your head for Charlotte? My point. Thank you.
So Charlotte's like 17-45.
I know. And I'm a Hornets fan by trade because I'm born and raised here. And like I said, I'm a LeBron fan. But like, either one of them is just like, what the fuck are we doing, bro?
We just want a good game. That's all
at this point, I just want to turn on the TV and see us win, and I can go to sleep happy.
Good game. Then turn on NBA TNT to see Shaq, Ernie, and Chuck.
If we could just be like the Raptors, a good first round exit every playoffs, that's good enough for me to.
Yeah, we don't even make it. We don't even make it, bro.
Second round at most. That's good.
It's sick.
Good first round at 7 games. 7 games or whatnot. The city gets the revenue. That's important. The hotels industry go up. The clubs 2-3 nights.
And just be lit in the city. It's just a vibe
because we lost Seattle play. We lost Seattle play, which is this weekend. I think this weekend.
Yeah, it's coming up next weekend. Seattle is and be more careful.
We got to get that back, man.
Ain't nobody going to be more.
Yeah, that's not. But they gonna see. I don't know. Was Seattle on a contract?
It's on the contract. I think it ends 2025.
They just locked it in for 24 and 25
for be more. Trash,
bro. Not only did we lose the epicenter, we got it back. Not in the building, but in terms of the movement, we got it back. But I don't know about. I like that. I don't know about CIAA, man.
It's looking slack for that.
But speaking of LeBron, man, and LeBron fans, Rihanna.
What the hell? Got a segue. I was about to say we can't skip over Rihanna. Yeah, I got things to say about this. Yes, sir. Time in.
Time in. We just had a brief intermission for our sponsors.
Harold's Chicken. Who was our sponsors? Crown Royal.
Since 1998. Harold's Chicken been running.
Whatever these Dole Red Cup Party Cups.
Absolutely. What was you saying about?
And Harris Teeter Water. Yes, let's get into the Super Bowl, man. I ain't about to play with it. Cause my last take was too long. This is what I'll say. Wasn't super impressed with what Rihanna did. I understand she's pregnant. I get it. Got it. Good. I think she accepted the role of being the Super Bowl halftime personality before she knew she was pregnant, possibly. So, of course, she's not going to turn that down. It's millions and billions of dollars in unpaid advertisement that she can get from it. So I get it. But I was expecting a lot more because Rihanna is one of those people we put on that pedestal to Beyonce, Rihanna. You know, she comes up in that category. Yeah. I like the songs. They all bangers. They're songs that take us back to when we was doing whatever we was doing, and you remember those songs because of whatever reason it may be. So I respect it. I love the set design. I did like her dancers, but it was just a little lackluster to me, bro. Like her performance, specifically like her. It was good. It was good, but I wasn't super impressed. If we would have got like Missy Elliott, we would have got you know, somebody of that caliber that's still classic, that's still almost world renowned. But I don't know. I did like the Fenty little, you know, she did that for the brand, so I get that as an entrepreneur. But just expected a little bit more of a performance. Like, I love performances. I'm a music guy. I'm a guy who loves going to live shows. I like seeing that in-person thing you can't get from just hearing a song over the internet or wherever you listen to it at. So I just expected a little more. I think the ladies gave her a lot of slack because they love Rihanna. They never talk down on Rihanna.
I think I'm on the ladies' side. T, can you open that door for me?
You liked it?
Man, so I'm not gonna say it was the best performance. It definitely wasn't top 5 Super Bowl performances.
Yeah, that's what I'm at with.
But I will say, so these are my emotions as I'm watching it. Right, of course, it's the allure of it's Rihanna. She's finally on. She got on red. Everybody else look like marshmallows. That's fire. She's up high in the air. Oh my God, there's so many feet. How many feet is that above the ground? Right. And then you kind of wait for some type of movement, and then I start looking at the stuff. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Is she? Or maybe that's just I had to Google. I took out my phone. I don't know if you saw it, T. I took out my phone and Google, like, when did Rihanna have a baby? Because, you know, postpartum, you have a little bit of that stomach.
Right, still left.
So I'm like, hold on, bro. She had a baby in May. Ain't no way maybe I don't want to comment on her body and, like, maybe say she gained some weight and then didn't get it off. But I'm like, man, she got a little pudge. She kept a little pudge.
She got a little pudge.
I'm thinking she just kept the baby weight. You know what I'm saying? Some ladies do that. Just keep that extra 30 tucked. You know,
tucked in the top of their leggings.
You feel me? So I was like, hey, but then I started looking at it, I was like, nah, the stomach ain't jiggling, bro. She might be pregnant. She might be pregnant. I got on Twitter and then the ladies confirmed it. So I was like, yeah, she's pregnant. So once I realized she was pregnant, everything changed. I was like, you know what? Yeah, this is epic because this is the first black woman to ever perform pregnant at the Super Bowl. And while she didn't do too much moving, she was like hundreds of feet in the air.
And that's what I'm saying. The other things compensated for what she didn't do. The dancers, the set design.
She hit them notes.
The song and the singing.
She hit them notes.
Yeah, she still got it.
Did you realize there was a point there if you watch closely where that little platform she was on, that little rectangle she was on, it wobbled. Hell yeah. My heart shook and I even heard that.
I was wondering about that. I said, boy, if this shit go down, it's gonna be bigger than the Janet Jackson moment, bro.
The Janet Jackson moment was big. That's number one to me.
That's my team. That's why I hate the Patriots now. 2003, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Patriots versus Panthers. And we got beat by stupid ass Tom Brady. I was super mad about that. I was young. I was watching that game. And I remember I was sitting like, you know, you get your hair braided, you sit right here. My parents was like,
you have braids?
Huh? Yeah, no, I'm saying, you know how you sit in between your parents' legs as a kid. So I'm watching my parents sitting up here, me and my brother like sit on the ground, and we watching Janet Jackson. When the titty came out, they was like, oh, you know, covered our eyes like this. And I was like, what's going on? Then I started hearing about it, and as I got older, I figured out why they was covering our eyes. But that was an iconic moment, her and Justin Timberlake, bro. That was like an iconic moment in Super Bowl history for sure.
I will remember that for it.
And if you think about it now, she had a piercing over the nipple.
That's what made it so interesting.
Now in 2023, bro, they would come out like that, like a titty out and just a piercing over it. Like the times have changed.
Yeah, exactly.
Times have changed, bro.
I can only imagine if Twitter and Instagram was out when Justin Timberlake did that. He would have been double, triple canceled.
Y'all think it was staged? Y'all think it was real?
Nah. They said it was staged, but
because he pulled it like this, and then they both was like.
They looked down like, oh my God, this happened.
Right. I think he was supposed to pull like a compartment out, but I don't think it was like.
Maybe it was supposed to be something to just show the ring and not the whole boob. And
the thing about it is that like it hurt her career and helped his career, and that's what people get upset about.
That's
like, it's like, you know, her career like took her like, oh, hold on, we can't touch her right now. And Justin's like, was still doing movies, still doing everything.
Yeah. How did it hurt her career though? Because I don't have I know Janet Jackson's music. I don't have the context of who she was in music.
She was sexual to begin with though. It was just a different time.
If you're nasty.
What's that song that she do? I forgot the song, and she does this whole thing. I've seen it plenty of times. Not that one.
Hey, that's a fire song.
It's another one.
That's a fire song. You play that song right there? Yeah, that's a slow dance song too.
I'm gonna find it. Hold on.
That's a slow dance song. Go ahead and play that song.
She does this little part, bruh. This show. But would you mind? Would you mind? Okay. That one is real slow and central.
Go ahead.
I don't know the words.
I mean, you about to sing it.
No. There's a lot of songs, especially this R&B song. I know the melody. I can hum it. I do not know the words.
Well, show us the melody.
Hold on.
He wants you to sing on here.
Why don't you go ahead?
I didn't profess myself as a singer, but you were about to hum it, so I wanted to let you get shot.
I am. Some have called me tone deaf, but I think that they're just haters.
Yeah, sometimes BRIL be here singing a song like, bro, that's not
tone deaf. To one is tone articulate to others. Go ahead and articulate your tone.
The ones that are also tone deaf.
Wow, that's crazy. You know what?
Yeah.
No, I think our audio listeners enjoy my voice. That's what I think.
Go ahead, you know what? This be a last chance. Go ahead and bless us, your audio listeners. That's it. Do it again. That was A sharp.
That was A sharp?
That was A sharp.
See, that's what I planned on.
Hit it on C minor.
No.
Too much.
I can't.
We're gonna move on.
Gotta pay for my performance. Speaking of somebody who can sing, my dog Breezy, man. C Breezy is back.
CB.
He's back in the headlines,
hey,
man.
Look, I ain't never going out on CB, bro. I grew up on CB, bro, and he's the reason I got a white portrait. He was like the first dude I saw, like the video. Yo, excuse me, miss. That was, bro, iconic. Like I was on when Poppin' his first album, bro.
Yeah,
I had the CD and it came with a poster.
Everybody had. My first album was probably Get Rich or Die Trying. I had like a Bow Wow album, and I had Chris Brown.
I had that.
You know what I'm saying?
Chris Brown.
Bow Wow went hard. Bow Wow
was that guy. That's why I hate people try to joke on the Bow Wow. No. He shouldn't have cut his hair. When he cut his hair, he lost all his power.
Look, and then come a nigga with braids.
But so the reason why Chris Brown's relevant, well, right now, outside of his music, is because Chloe Bailey, the beloved twin or sister or whatever, she dropped a snippet suggesting that her and Chris Brown had a song and a video coming out
on the 24th.
And
February.
The ladies did not all the ladies, but there was a select few number of ladies that were livid about this.
They're not gonna let my dog live, bro.
I think it's a minority though. It's definitely a minority.
It's a minority
because people pick and choose. Go ahead and set the point though.
No, that's my point. They pick and choose. I think this is just fake outrage for one.
Exactly. I was about to say that.
I don't know how it is, man, but maybe because he doesn't talk a lot, which we kind of set ourselves up to do, which is bad. But Lil Baby and Chris Brown tour, I didn't hear that much slander, and them tickets sold out.
You don't hear, bro. Wait till the song. The song is gonna be hard. I'm gonna just say,
it's gonna be crazy.
We're gonna play it.
And the girls in the radio, they gonna play it.
Summer anthem.
It's gonna be one of them ones because both of them are extremely musically talented. She's coming into herself. And let me side note. I'm not really a fan of her because she gives me the vibe of the girl that was never sexy in school and now she got a little sex appeal. Because everything she does now has to be fucking super sexual. And I love ladies, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. But everything she does now, bro, I mean, she could post a picture of some cereal. She gonna be bent the fuck over eating it sex. I'm just like, bro, it just does too much for me, bro. Man, I'm not gonna lie.
I think she is still trying to find herself. For one, I don't want nobody to confuse it. I know y'all love Chloe. I know y'all love Haley and everything. But this is definitely a musical favor from Chris Brown to her because Chris Brown is legend status.
Because obviously she grew up on Chris Brown just like all of us did.
Absolutely.
They had a picture together like when she was like 13, 14 and whatnot. She was a fan. But I think the thing is that like when the award shows come around, we all upset because Chris Brown's not getting honored. But then now when this comes out,
I think you know what? Because I'm not gonna sit up here and act like Chris Brown is the role model citizen. He has done his things, but I went back and I done some Googles, bro, and I just look at the age he was
17,
with the Rihanna, and even the Karuchi, the stuff afterwards. He's like 21, 22, and I think about there's so much leniency I give to children and teenagers who are world-renowned, famous superstars, like internationally.
Right.
There's a different level of leniency that I give you as opposed to someone who kind of blew up at 33, 35, man.
Dog, and that's a perfect segue because this is what I'm saying. They judged him so hard, I think, because at that point he was, to everybody else, he was a grown man.
Yeah.
He was a grown man. Right. He had been in the game for so long. I think he probably came in when he was like, 15? Mm-hmm. By 17, he was world-renowned. Like, he was on the trajectory to be the next Michael Jackson. My dad used to say it. My dad is an old school musician. He doesn't talk much about. Think about like in the 80s and 90s, you had those male heartthrobs like Bobby Brown. You had your the guy rap groups, Boys to Men. You had those groups that the girls loved. Mm-hmm. He was a solo artist that every girl as a teenager. So he was growing up fast. He was in the music industry with everybody who was anybody. And then that happened when he was 17 years old. And we've all done some stuff when we were 17 that we regret. We would never tell people that shouldn't have happened. Because you're not a 17-year-old teenage boy, and bro. Your mind is.
And this I don't think people take into account of. You're a teenager, whether you're male or female. Any romantic situation you can have, you can get any amount of money. If whatever your vice is, if you you were drugs or weed or alcohol early, whether you just love the attention, whatever your vice was, you can get plenty of. There's nobody that will tell you no at that age, and you have all that power, and you're immature. Your brain's not.
And you're not gonna tell yourself no.
Exactly, and you're 17, and he dropped out of school, so there's a little bit of social cues that you just don't get when you go through public school.
But I've heard some stories from you know who Jaguar Wright is. She be on TikTok a lot.
I don't.
She was in the music industry, a songwriter, and she's on TikTok a lot, exposing about P. Diddy, exposing about R. Kelly, exposing about like a lot of the dirty secrets. And she talks about that story, and she was saying basically what happened was Rihanna started with him first. Like it was something that happened, and she started hitting him first. She was the one who initiated. Yeah. Just like most how domestic abuse or domestic things happen, the female might swing first, and the guy just get out of hand. Now, I'm definitely not advocating for any type of physical violence. But you know, most times girls will swing on a nigga, and they'll do stuff to make it, you know what I'm saying, to get the guy amped up. And they forget that this guy is a man and could punch you and hurt you or something like that. So I think it was something like that where she started, and he just like you said, he was young, he was an adolescent. In your brain, you're not thinking, all right, I'm a man, I got a whole career ahead of me, I'm a world-renned super pop star right now. I can't hit this girl back.
You're 17. You're 17.
They're driving.
You're having these unfortunate situations with one of the most world-renowned,
and she was at the top of her game at that time.
She was at
the
top of her game, so you have everything riding on it. You're 17, and I really wish a lot of the people who were, I'm not saying that you can't be enraged or outraged about what happened. Anybody supporting somebody who went through something that he did, but I really just wish that some of those people could see what it feel like to be famous in 17 or even 30 and have 40,000 followers, bro. Because I know for a fact that a lot of these people, if it wasn't for the fact that no one cared about what you did or who you are, what you got going on, then it wouldn't be, you wouldn't be able to be so skeptical. And I wonder if you hold the men who are near and dear to you, who are close to you, your brother, sister, your brothers, dads, cousins, if you hold them to that same standard, you can hold a celebrity who you don't know. Not excusing them, but I just wonder if that's something that you just, because he's over there, so it's easy to throw rocks.
It's sick now because he will never get that those flowers he deserves, bro. He will. He will. No. But how much? I don't know, bro. Like he doesn't get.
Chris Brown gets his, like I said, every tour sold out.
He's the people's champ.
He's the
people's champ. I'm talking about like from his higher counterparts. And
who are the higher counterparts?
Like the people who judge him.
But they love. Think about how many features he still gets featured. Bro.
Oh yeah.
Who are they though? Because I think like
Summer Walker, Baby.
He's hired all of them. Though.
They're us though. I mean, I think like when you look at the Grammys, you're looking at like a white institution.
That's what I'm saying.
But even Beyonce is struggling with the Grammy. So I mean,
let's keep it. The white will never accept him.
Beyonce is the only, and it's like Chloe. That's like Beyonce saying, "Hey, I can't do this, but you can." For the skeptic, for the.
I think that when you look at the white institution and whatnot, you're looking at it from a standpoint that they need to find a reason why to gatekeep. Beyonce is one of the hardest ones to gatekeep, and the gatekeeping was that we can't let you win everything tonight, and you can't win that greatest album. With Chris Brown, you're making great music, but now we can't do this because you had the issue in the past and whatnot,
and they not gonna let it ride. And it's crazy that we speak about this today because today he went on a Twitter outrage, bro. He was on there like, where is cancel culture for white people? And he literally was dropping pictures of so many white celebrities that have been accused for domestic violence. And just to one that he dropped was Joe Rogan. I think it was New Year's.
What did Joe Rogan do?
He got into it with his wife. You didn't see that? A New Year's party. He grabbed her up and like choked her out.
Dana White or Joe Rogan?
Dana White. My bad. Let me have some journalistic.
Joe Rogan is the podfather. He's the real Joe. But Dana White. Joe Rogan is the podfather. They both old and white, bro.
They both old and white.
Joe Rogan said the N-word and whatnot.
One of them choked their wife up in the club and got caught on camera.
Dana White, and then
he's UFC.
So he has a history of holding his athletes to such a high standard, but he didn't do it.
He's a grown man. Chris Brown was 17. That's why I feel like he's so mad. And then the Krishan and Blueface thing. He said, "Shit, y'all tune in every week to see Blueface get beat the fuck up by Krishan and vice versa."
But I think
when I did it, I'm chastised for.
That's one of the worst things because Chris Brown was beloved by everybody at that age. That's what I'm saying. I think one of the worst things that you can possibly do is to come into society or a good light and be the good guy and have everybody love you.
Then when you
because they do not hold you if you come in like a 50 Cent and everybody like there's so many beef in situations with you.
He was the golden. Chris Brown was the golden child, golden boy.
The margin for error. They expect you to be goody two shoes good, and when you step outside of that box, you don't have the same margin of error as somebody who they don't like.
Your story arc is already completed because like when you come in like a 50 Cent, your story arc is like, oh, he's getting better, he's getting better, he's getting better. But when you're already great and whatnot, the only thing you can do is get worse. And allowed him to get worse.
I would say you come in like 50 Cent and your story, your claim to fame is you got shot 9 times and you lived, and you come in on street rap. They expect you to sort of be low ground. Chris Brown came in was just the golden child. He could sing, he could dance. He was the closest we had to Michael Jackson and something like that.
Can't forget about light skin, man. Can't forget about light skin. Let's be honest.
He was who he is, who he is.
What year did ATL come out? Right on the cusp of ATL.
ATL.
I was a powerful light skin nigga.
I think the big takeaway is that we can't live in glass houses. Like we can't live in glass houses because at the end of the day, if we had cameras following us around, we were 17, 16.
That's what I'm saying.
18. Like you just can't do that. And I think the biggest thing is also like we also have to look at. Well, people change, and it's 15 years ago.
Exactly.
We're not normalizing domestic violence, and I think even more importantly,
Definitely
I think Rihanna forgave him as well or whatnot. We don't know the inner workings. Going to your point as far as Dana White,
right?
His wife did slap him first.
Yep.
He slapped her back. He has an ESPN deal.
Wow.
And the ESPN deal is why you didn't hear that much about it because
they kept it under wraps.
It's a Kanye issue going on right now. Yeah. Kanye's about to get welcomed back into Adidas because it's a money issue. Always come back down to money issue. So I think Chris Brown and whatnot,
the stockholders said, "Hey, listen, get that black man back in here."
This is the crazy thing. You see this a lot with child stars because they come in and they try to make them this golden child. Lindsay Lohan, Mary-Kate and Ashley, Miley Cyrus, man. All of those kids who came in and they were squeaky clean. They grow up. All of us grow up and grow through shit when we're 14, 15, 16, 17. When it happens, your view on them automatically changes, but it's just puberty. It's life. Everybody is fucked up in those teenage. What's my dog from That's a Raven? Orlando Brown.
That's what I was about to say. Orlando. I was like, that's crazy. That's one of the ones.
That's what I'm saying.
It's back to your point. Access to fame, access to money, access to people
that
don't
age.
Tell you no. Because your child is not being told. Like as a kid, one of your most important things, especially between 12 to 16, mom, can I have a car? No. Mom, can I go to this party? No. Mom, can I do this? No. That no builds
and those
you.
No make you. Yeah. Right. Those no's make you. But as a child star, you never get told no. You can go anywhere. Everybody knows you.
You paying for the mortgage.
Shit, Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber was the golden child.
And then
as soon as he started smoking a cigarette, Justin Bieber smoking a cigarette, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case is. And like shit just happens as they get older. And that's what turns those child stars mentally insane because like, I thought I was doing everything right. Now everybody hates me and this and that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a fucked up situation for like Macaulay Culkin.
Tia Tamera.
That's what gets me. That's what gets me frustrated. That's what. No. They get frustrated with them because they're like because they're biracial. So their whole it's small beef.
And then one of them is dating a white dude. And she cuts a lot of flack. One of them just broke up with which one is single now?
I have no idea. Corey. She broke up. Well, I don't know which one did it, but her husband's name was Corey.
Okay. Oh yeah. The one that was going with the black.
This whole notion. It's one of the reasons why I'm scrolling on Twitter. Not only are they outraged with Chris Brown, which is normal, but they also kind of got a little beef with Chloe now because Chloe Haley, these golden children. They're like, how could she do this with this guy who does that? And it's like
DDG and whatnot.
No. They're mad at her for working with Chris Brown.
Oh. But that's the thing too. She was the golden child, and she started posting all these sexual pictures and posting like y'all seen her Instagram. She done diverged a little left. And that's cool. She's just growing up and being a woman, and like she loves her body, and she, you know what I'm saying, is taking pictures and feeling herself. But people aren't liking that because they used to, y'all Beyonce's little, look, they see her as that.
I think there's a different perspective to it. I think there's a perspective that it's escapism by society, where people their lives aren't necessarily, entertaining. So they look at other people's lives and they see their lives. Oh, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Well, you're not in that situation either.
That's kind of the point that I want to make. Not escapism, but people look at her, and because they like her, they don't want her to associate with somebody that they have a disdain for.
Right.
And it's like, if I have a disdain for that person, everybody should have a disdain for that person. And because I'm outraged, you guys should be outraged. And if you guys are not outraged that I'm outraged with this person, now I have I'm against you. Now that's why I think a lot of these petty little beefs. I'm not gonna say what gender has these, but
and now we gonna see, bro. When this song comes out, bro. and the video comes out, because you know it's gonna be top level,
absolutely,
production, song wise, video wise, cinematically, sonically, it's gonna be probably one of the biggest records of the summer or whatever season we go into.
Yeah,
it's gonna be huge, bro. And maybe this will be. And I just thought about when you were saying about Rihanna. Wouldn't it be lovely if Rihanna just came out and now publicly like accepted his apology? It still probably wouldn't change shit. But
nah, that shit's dead.
You think it's dead?
Nah, I don't think so. Not because with cause that makes it sticky now. Because now you got ASAP,
right?
Yeah, you got
right,
she's single. That's one thing, but now she has ASAP, and it's like
I just wish she would come out and say like, "Yo, we were both like." Just make it like.
So that's what she's not. She already publicly, I think, publicly like interview like they wrote it down before maybe Instagram was as prevalent that she said that she forgave him, but she's not coming out and saying, "Hey, we both were doing."
That's what I was saying. I wish she would just come out and like just take accountability on both sides. We were both young. I made a mistake. He made a mistake. We're both past.
That's not gonna matter because you see Blueface and Krishan, and if you see that and you don't think that there's accountability on both sides, then there's no way anything Rihanna can do is gonna
it ain't gonna change shit. People gonna have their opinions, and it just sucks, bro, to see like. I'm telling you, bro, I'm still one of the biggest Chris Brown fans to this day, but I just know where he was on the level to be the next Michael Jackson. He's one of the only guys, like I said, like Prince, James Brown, Michael Jackson,
Usher. If Usher could dance better, if he could dance better,
yeah,
Usher dance well.
I didn't say
he does, but he don't dance Chris Brown.
I didn't say that he can't dance
Chris
well.
Brown 1, Usher number 2.
That's a big gap. That's a big gap.
But it's a big gap.
That's a big gap.
It's one and dance better than Usher and Chris Brown.
Michael Jackson. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying in terms of the normal artist, he definitely danced better. But in terms of GOAT tier, like
Chris Brown,
like you know how LeBron is like top 5, top 10 in like 3-4 different categories.
Right.
Chris Brown and Michael Jackson and Beyonce are in top 5 performances, music, actual streams, and
that's the thing about Chris Brown because
he's
got a list of things that he's good at. He's a jack of all trades, bro. He is jack of all trades.
If Michael Jackson is Michael Jordan, if Chris Brown is in who?
LeBron.
And then
he's LeBron with a scandal.
Usher is who?
Usher is Kobe.
Ooh,
Look at this guy. I'm like that killed him. And with that being said, I just cooked his ass.
That's hard.
But with that being said, we gonna move on since we already on the verge of getting canceled talking defending Chris Brown.
Right. We're just waiting for the video to come out. We you know what I'm saying, we're keeping our hands up on this. We just want to see what happens. I just love CB, bro. Mm-hmm. Shout out to CB and CB. I think that's pretty cool. They should run with that. CB and CB. Chloe Bailey and Chris Brown.
Oh, that shit went
CB
over my
and
head.
CB.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
They definitely not running with that.
If I was marketing, it'd be CB.
Campaign.
They could put out a whole album called CB versus CB.
They would be outraged. They would hate Chloe. They would have her guts.
You making a whole album with this thing? Yeah, they'd be sick. They'd be sick.
Since we're already on the verge of pissing a small demographic of women off, relationship deal breakers. Let's go there, fellas. Let's go there. Relationship deal breakers. Okay. What is one thing the wife conversation pisses them off a lot. What is one thing?
Let's piss the woman off.
What is one thing? Not the basic body count shit. What's something that might be, out of the ordinary or abnormal or might be exclusive to yourself that would stop you from wifing a girl? Relationship deal breakers. Like I cannot cuff you. You're uncuffable for someone like me.
Who wants to start?
Can I? I'll start. I'll start this.
Please start.
And this is gonna get.
Let's do it, man. Let's wrap this up a little bit.
I'm one of those guys. I don't mean to be the messenger of misogyny. But I don't mean to be the parent of patriarchy. But I don't think I could be with a woman that can't cook. Just be honest. I don't think I could, bro. Because it's not even about the food thing. Because of course a woman could buy food, but there's a spiritual fulfillment that goes into somebody preparing something live, creating something, and then feeding you nourishment, as opposed to us getting Uber Eats. As opposed to us
nourishment. I like it.
You pull
nourishment of the soul.
You pull up over a shorty crib, you know what I'm saying? Because of course you got dates and shit. No, she be like, hey, we about to order Uber Eats, and now you get the Uber Eats. It's an extra $30.
That's trash.
And now it's just it's cold, and then the bill, and now she done took some of your fries and shit. They don't play with your steak.
If it is the woman of your dreams, would you let that keep you from marrying her?
But would she be the woman of my dreams? This is another thing, ladies. This is the important key. If you got a guy, he's a contender. You know what I'm saying, and you want more time. You like, what? I'm trying to get more time so we can really build this. Cooking is how you do it, bro. There is nothing that will make a man change his entire Friday night. Like saying, oh well, you can go. No, you can go out. I'm chilling. I just made this steak shrimp with mashed potatoes and asparagus over the side.
We should also tell the audience though that you have a gourmet chef.
Yeah, I was going to expose it. I ain't know it's different when you speaking from. I mean, you got a chef, so shit.
What did Jalen Rose say today? You should pay $100 for a haircut. Well, Jalen, you're also a millionaire,
right?
You're saying,
right. Speak from someone who's getting fed.
I started this segment off with me personally.
No, okay.
These are my.
Let's ask since we already put it out before. That were you looking for a chef in your life?
No. The standard was you just have to be able to cook. You have to be. That
was really one of your deal breakers before the chef.
It wasn't a known deal breaker, but I promise I would not. You wouldn't get enough time with me for us to build unless you're cooking. Like, cause think about it. So let's say you pull up over a shorty house on Saturday night. That's one thing. This is probably after the club, maybe y'all went on a date, whatever. But those random Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Mondays, when you're not working, when you have no plans of pulling up on shorty. How does shorty get you when you still have a roster, when you have three, maybe one or two,
and you on the field
so Monday is her day, Friday is her day, and then she said, oh well, I got this on the stove, You didn't cancel, you didn't forget about shorty B. You like, oh no, I'm good, shorty.
The cooking was never one of my real deal. I'm not like a foodie though. Like I like food, but I don't like love food. Like some people love trying it. Like that's not my thing. I do love a girl cook, but that's not like a deal. That's not a deal breaker. I do want a girl who can cook.
Okay, go explain your
Mine
situation.
Would be probably a girl who I like the like you just can't be I don't know, bummy, I guess. Like
fashionista. Fast, you gotta put that shit on.
I wasn't even talking about clothes. I was just talking about not doing shit like around the house. Like I feel like you need to
clean.
Yeah.
Clean, okay.
Cleaning and shit. Like I'm big on hygiene. I feel like you need to like make my life a little easier. Like you can help around the house and be like wiping something, not taking out trash, cleaning, just like cleaning shit. Like I do my own bed. I do everything myself, but I just like the help, like knowing someone can actually help me out around the house, like help, like just adding your womanly touch to things. You know what I'm saying? Like decorating or like doing things like picking up the clothes. Like, and I don't mean to sound misogynistic, but I'm just saying like picking up the clothes, putting it here, like doing little stuff that like women have a special touch for. That men don't.
That attention to detail, bro. That attention to detail makes you so much better at cleaning things because
this is what I would say, adding value.
Okay, adding value.
So a woman who adds value, as far as like with all of us are business owners, a woman that can come in like, yo, I can help you like balance this book. I can help you your systems out. I can help put these chords together. I can help, you know what I'm saying? For me, help package your orders. I can help you, like something like that.
But it's called acts of service though. So that's
what you want.
Like really,
so we should just went through the love language shit.
Because really, we don't think about it as acts of service, but like what you're asking for is utility. I want to
this nigga is
utility.
This nigga's
wordsmith.
This nigga is hot.
You're looking for utility, which is nothing wrong with that.
I love this nigga.
And I think there's 2 points to this. Number one is that. It's actually great. I mean, you were talking about this earlier. Like this Me Too movement has been amazing because, like, as men, we never thought about misogynistic thoughts before.
I know now you got to watch everything you say, right?
Yeah. But it's actually, I think it's good because, like, it's to see it from a woman's perspective or whatnot. I think it's very important that we actually don't normally do. And to that point or whatnot, if there was a woman in the room, first thing she's going to say is that, well, what are you going to do for me to do that?
I know, right?
Yeah. Like, what are you going to do for me to do that?
And that's Go ahead. No, expound.
I think that, to your point, you want me to cook, you want her to cook. And, again, Jabril, let's be honest. You are getting dipped asparagus, spruce with,
So I'm glad you mentioned that. But check this out. A nigga like me though. This is only gonna happen with a nigga like me. So this is not what I'm putting. This is not what I'm putting on the rest of y'all, right? So when I see that, a lot of niggas when they see that shorty got a talent, they just kind of okay, that's your thing. But me being who I am and what my knowledge is, I put my shorty on game.
You trying to turn her up?
I'll pipe.
What Drake say in that song?
You know what I'm saying?
Turn my bitch up.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was like, oh well, listen, you don't gotta know or have this plan. Listen, just starting off, I'll control the camera. You just cook.
Do you.
And we're teaching now, and now she got a whole platform. Shorty popping. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you should.
Because you poured into her. So for her to cook, your gift to her was, I want to teach you how to love your vision. Right.
And you saying like, what would you do? As a man, the base level things, like I got that covered. Like I'm gonna do the regular stuff. I think protection is a huge thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Protecting your woman when you go out. I told any story I ever dealt with, bro, I'm ready to die for you right now. Like we went out to the movie.
Hell no. What the hell is wrong with this man?
Look, if we went to the movie,
we're gonna stop right here. I'm not one to die for you.
Let me say, okay, a shorty that I fuck with, right? If we go out to the movies and we walking in and some shit happen, bro, if I run off and I leave you there, I'm a bitch. But I'm ready to fight, bro. I don't care if I die. If a nigga got a knife, I don't care, bro. I will fight to the death to show you my manhood, and that might sound.
Can I ask a question?
That might sound primal.
Okay,
but I feel like that's what you like. You gotta be there.
Yeah, brother. Yeah.
What you got, dog?
Can I ask you a question?
Talk to me.
So Sarah, that you just met at the club.
No, hell no. Fuck Sarah.
Well, you just said you were anybody you with.
No. I was saying any girl I deal with seriously.
Seriously. Okay.
What point does it become serious when you're dealing with a woman?
2 weeks, you ready to die for her?
Hey, you know that man's tough.
When I meet this rapper, I want to ask, like, okay, when did you pass the ready to die for you test? Was it 1 week, 2 weeks, or 5 weeks?
This man is a husband, man. He paying attention. He getting a trash bags, toilet tissue,
ready to die for her.
I'm ready to
They
die
don't make them like that anymore. I'm not made like
right.
that.
And that's the thing. But nah, I don't know, bro. I do love hard and I love fast, and that's been sort of my downfall with shit.
Okay.
But that's why I don't do it often. Like y'all know me back in the day when 16. Like I'm popping them. You know what I'm saying?
Bible study, man. I don't know what you talking about.
Yeah.
We went to the Better Beulah Baptist Church
right.
beyond all better things.
But now, like, if I do deal with somebody, bro, I'm loving hard, I'm loving fast. Because I feel like, I don't like to, I guess we at a point now. This is a great talk. Yeah. This is real life talk. Yeah. So I'm at the point now, we all 27, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm at the point now, like, I feel like we done it all, right? We done, like, we cues, bro. We've been in college. We've seen almost everything there is to be seen.
Every Bible study.
The only thing I haven't done, right? Personally, the only thing I haven't done is be consistent with one woman. So right now, I'm being super intentional, right? Just like you talk about systems, like the shit you said, now I'm gonna go home and be intentional about figuring out what we can do to make this better. Now in relationships, I was never the guy like, how can I make this better? I was cool with goddamn going to my dorm room, getting top from a shorty, she leave, and I come get another one in, then I'm doing this and I'm getting another shorty. I was cool with that. I was intentional on getting mine. Now I'm intentional about building ours.
I think I've always been a relationship ass nigga, bro.
I never was, bro. That was not my thing for real.
Even when I'm single, it's like I try to have a roster. I can't have a roster, but it's like you just have a favorite. A favorite happens very fast. I get favorites very fast. You might have 3 girls, like, okay, they're all solid. You know, after a month, I'm like, man, listen, y'all two can do whatever. I don't care. I'm locked in right here. So it developps into that. So I don't say, you know what I'm saying? I
have
really
a problem
think single is wrong.
Personal fact, I ain't been in a relationship longer than 6 months, bro.
What?
No lie. I ain't made it to the year. I ain't done.
You know what? Since we own the subject, this is not a shot at you. This is not a shot at you. This is not a shot at you. But it's a lot of niggas with podcasts. I'm gonna look at the camera and I said, it's a lot of niggas with podcasts out here giving relationship advice. You on Twitter talking about you should do this for your woman. You should do that. You should treat women this way. When in reality, you ain't never had a relationship longer than a year. So it's like the shit that you're suggesting for niggas to be doing for their shorties, you haven't had to do with endurance. Like if you meet a shorty and you just gotta show her the best of the world for 2 months, that's low key easy to do.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you're giving this relationship advice and it's going viral. And there's a nigga who's 4 years in with his shorty. He's 26 years old trying to figure it out. And goddamn, his shorty is looking at you say that. Well, wait, this guy's saying it. Why can't he do it? And it's like it's just a toxic cycle. Meanwhile, she don't even realize that that's just your game. You ran that. This is not about. This is the game that I've seen niggas run the same game on one shorty for 2 months. Boom, stop. You take a break, stop dating shorties for like 4 or 5 months. Boom, get your bag back right, and then you go off to the next one. Boom, so you done recharged. Meanwhile, this nigga's 3 years in. He's struggling trying to figure it out. Roses every week. I don't know how to do that. That nigga done that for 2 months, man. Don't believe the cap. Systems, man, systems. So,
dog, everything is about systems.
Give us a little word on systems. So in case you guys, in case you guys don't know, we're having a couple issues here. You know what I'm saying? Of course, this is a business, not only an entertainment podcast. Right. And we were just having some nooks and crannies that we had to get together. And Brother T over here was telling us about systems, man. The name of this episode is called Systems. I know we already said that. Could you give us a word on systems? Anybody who's starting? We talking about the girl who's thinking about ordering stuff. She hasn't ordered it, got the credit,
or the guy who's thinking about starting this and starting that.
They're thinking about it. Can you give somebody a word on systems? Why, how, what, when, where?
Got you. So systems are truly important. If you're a level 0 entrepreneur, which we call level 0 entrepreneurs, concept entrepreneurs, you have a concept. Or a level 1 entrepreneur, which is a tactician entrepreneur, means you're gonna be doing everything yourself. You're doing the labels, you're doing the shirts, you're printing everything. That's you. You need to be looking into systems. Systems is a set series of steps you can take every single time to get an outcome. Case in point, you have a system to wake up. When you wake up, you brush your teeth, you look at your phone, you look at TV. Or you may look at your phone first, look at TV, then brush your teeth. That's your system, right? And so whenever you want to change something, what you want to do is you want to write your system down and see if it works. If you're getting the ideal outcome, cool. If you're not getting out of the outcome, change something in your process. We all have a process. And like one thing we teach in our business is that the U concept, right? So if you did like a U in your hand, you wake up and you must go to sleep. For every, left hand, there must be a right hand. It's called a duality duality process. Principle. Yeah, no, you're right. So like with that, when you look at your system, it's like all you gotta do is win the day. That's it. If you want, all you gotta do is win the hour. That's it. All you gotta do is win the minute, right? What are you gonna do that's gonna win this minute? It's gonna allow you to have a good system. And then from there, once you win the day, then guess what? You win 2 days. Then you win the week. Then you win the month. And then you win the year. And then you win the quarter. Go from there. And eventually, what I tell people is that every single year, the same thing's gonna happen. There's always gonna be a January 1st. So whatever you did last January 1st, you probably can do the next January 1st as well. Well, you probably went out drinking the last year, so have your system. How you gonna get?
How you gonna get drunk again?
So you gonna get drunk again and whatnot. So I mean, when you start looking at life like that, like even though Bril, to your segue, issues you having in the podcast and issues right there, it's fixable. And all you gotta do is fix it. All you gotta do is look at it. Okay, what am I messing up on? Let me make myself a spreadsheet and let me go implement this step. And if I mess up next time, that's okay because I just got a little bit further than I got last time. Versus what most people do. Let's think about finances, right? We live week to week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Oh, I hate work. Friday, I'm lit. Saturday, I'm lit. Sunday, dang, the weekend went by too
foresight.
fast.
Yeah.
No foresight. So you want to make sure that you're looking at your systems.
Saying that to say, if anybody wants to be
a friend of the show,
and help us out, because we need help. And I said this in the last show: people need people. We need system, organized people,
exactly,
that can come in and help this podcast win the day, win the pod.
Is this a job offer?
This is a job offer.
Oh, wow. This is a soft job.
Yeah, that's the thing. I didn't want to come. We not desperate for work now. So we don't need the worst of the worst to scum. But like,
you need the best of the best.
We need the best of the best people that are good at organization, systems. Fill in my words, Tyler. What else we need?
You need somebody that's process oriented.
We need the girl who, when she was in undergrad, she had a color coordinated calendar of all her tests and all her exams and all her assignments.
If that's you and that speaks to you, this pod is the place for you.
Absolutely.
And while he say girl, we're not trying to make
hold on, girl, a guy, about to say equal opportunity.
Equal opportunity, job opportunity here.
If you have the period tracker app,
wow,
on your phone, we're looking for people like
as
you.
HR, we're not going to put that in the video.
He didn't go to HR training.
He didn't go to HR training.
What's wrong with that?
No.
He's right.
We're going to educate you off the show. Ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for an enthusiastic person that's going to come in and make this podcast a net 6 and 7 figure podcast. We truly believe here at Rich Bros industry and whatnot.
Boy, good.
We truly believe that we're creating something dynamic that the entire city, better yet, the entire state, better yet, not North Carolina, but South Carolina, as well as the region,
tri-state region.
And we're looking for you to come infuse your spirit, your personality, and your ideas into this podcast.
If that is you,
beautiful, hand clap.
If that is you, feel like that's you, yes, please apply.
So please email epicentre@gmail.com.
Jabril, no more.
No.
HR training? No.
I'm
HR training. Check your phone right now. You got an email.
Oh damn, I did got one.
That's HR.
And this is actual segue. So your piece of business advice was systems. We need that. Everybody needs that. It is integral to scaling a business. In case you guys don't know, if you don't know what scaling of systems, then just do some Googles and you'll find out a plethora of information. My brother STERL here is also an entrepreneur, as am I. Do you have a tidbit of information to give somebody who might be starting a business?
Yes, and it sounds generic. Let me see. I would just say the consistency portion. Because right now, you know what I'm saying, like we getting a lot of traction, right? People seeing us, people hearing about us. And with my business, when I first started, they were hearing about me, they seen about me. But the reason I stuck with it and the reason people know about me now is consistency, bro. Like I literally didn't stop. And I went through the nooks and crannies. I went through the highs and lows. I went through the good points and bad points. But the only thing I didn't ever do was stop. Like through all of that stuff, I just kept going. So consistency would be my word of the day for all the business entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs, whatever you're doing. It's just to stay consistent in whatever you're doing, because eventually you will find that medium where you can ride out and figure out, okay, now we're here, we can go up. We're here, we can go up. And don't plateau. Because when you get to a plateau state, you figure out that you're just doing the same thing that you did. Like you said, January 1st of last year, we're doing the same thing we did January 1st of the year before. Continue to elevate as you find that good medium. Now it's time. Just like in weight training, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like once you can do 6 to 8 reps in something, all right, it's time to up the weight. Or once you can do 10 to 12 reps, then you can up it to 6 to 8 reps in a higher you know what I'm saying, a higher wave, and then you can go up and go up. But if you keep doing 45s and you can do fucking 15 of them shits, go the fuck up.
Progressive overload.
Progressive overload that bitch, man. Put some weight on that shit and go up till you can't do
at
60.
BBT Fitness, by the way.
At BBT Fitness, nigga.
Shout out BBT Fitness, man. If you're in the Charlotte area, if you're in the North Carolina, South Carolina, if you're in Tennessee, hell, drive on over to Body by T Fitness, the biggest black-owned gym in the tri-state area.
Best training on the east side of the Mississippi.
Absolutely.
Get your ass in there and do some weights, man. Y'all January 1st niggas every time I'm about to get in the gym.
Man, speaking of January 1st, thank God I can finally, because I take a little break from January 1st to around this time of the year from the gym, because it's full of people that got all these New Year's aspirations. Now the real niggas are back in the gym. I can actually go back in the gym now and not see these people doing these machines all crazy. But
shit, I be getting them niggas up out there, bro. I don't give a fuck.
Let me give my little tidbit of business advice. My biggest piece of business advice is applicable to life, right? So you want to get advice, right? But there's two different types of advice, right? There's theoretical advice and there's practical advice.
What's the difference?
This is huge. Please pay attention. This is the reason why some of you guys' relationships aren't working. It's the same reason some of you guys still ain't getting no money. Pay attention, right?
You ain't getting no money.
So with theoretical advice, it's in theory, it's in thought, it sounds logical. When you tell somebody, it makes sense. Practical is in practice. It has been exercised several times. It has been proven. There's a witness who have went through it. Absolutely. Case studies. Let me give you an example. You let's just say I live at this block, this apartment complex, and there's a store within walking distance. I pull up the GPS, Google Maps, right? Google Maps said if I take one left, one right, keep straight, the store is going to be on my left-hand side. That is excellent, specific, logical advice. Theoretical advice. It makes sense. They have the maps. You see everything. Boom, you see the house. You can pass. You know the directions. It's great theoretically. However, this is where people get messed up without having practical advice. When you have theoretical advice, you know, you make that left, you make that right. Theoretical advice can't tell you that Miss Johnson has 2 pit bulls in her house, and when they come outside, they're gonna bite you in your damn ass. You know what I'm saying? You got on sandals, you done lost your sandals, you done ran, you couldn't even make it to the store because you didn't know Miss Johnson had 2 pit bulls there. As opposed to practical advice, had you just talked to Mike down the block who makes that walk all the time, who can give you practical advice, he can tell you, hey, listen, if you see Miss Johnson got a red car in the yard, that means her son's there. He gonna let the dogs out. So that means you know you need to wear shoes, or don't even wait. You should wait till 10:30. That's when he normally leaves. Right. Practical advice is the difference. That's the same reason why you're trying to listen on Instagram and you're trying to get this advice from people about relationships, and you're trying it. And it sounds good, but then when you try it, there's something unpronounced. Some type of hiccup happens and the plan doesn't go through. You need practical advice. And not to say that people who aren't in relationships or aren't running businesses can't give you great advice, but practical advice can prepare you for things that theoretical advice cannot.
So take advice from people who know what they're talking about.
Exactly.
And also don't try to reinvent the wheels, what that sounds like.
100%, man. So just find people who are actually doing the stuff that they're telling you to do.
And T made a good point, man. This podcast ain't all about the dirty topics and making stuff spicy or whatever. We trying to give y'all a little bit of game too, man. You know what I'm saying? We trying to give y'all something to leave. If you didn't hear anything else, you can hear these 3 points from 3 guys in Charlotte, in this industry, in different industries that are making moves and have motion in what they're doing and have a little bit of knowledge.
Giving you practical advice.
Giving you practical advice. So last topic, man, we want to talk about real quick. And I'm just going to segue into it. Didn't have no real segue. Love languages, bro. What the hell is y'all's love languages? What makes you tick in a relationship as far as love language? So we got acts of service is one. What's the other one? Gifts.
Quality time.
Physical touch. And
what's the...
I might even pull it up because I just did the app. I just did the test the other
affirmations.
Day. Words of
affirmation. Words of affirmation.
What is y'all's?
I'm a physical touch type of guy. You know, like a little back rub, like the little, you know, rub in your hand. You walk by somebody, you know what I'm saying, just bump, butt slap type stuff. You know what I mean?
He said it's touching HR training.
How you know it's not? How you know it's not my butt getting slapped?
What the fuck?
How you know it's not my butt getting slapped?
BRIL has to go to our HR training immediately.
No, hold on. How do y'all know it's not my butt getting slapped? How you know
That's
that?
even worse, BRIL.
How's that work? I be in the gym. I got squats.
Continue.
I got firm glutes, man.
It's all right.
Hey, ladies, y'all ladies like firm glutes, man. Listen, y'all boys better start doing leg day.
You know what? That is true. That is true. Men need to do lower body days as well.
I got to do a lower body
days. I got hamstrings and glutes, baby.
It's scientifically. But let's move on for your
HR training. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna get BRIL in HR training. Don't worry about it, y'all. Don't worry about it. Right, mine is I just did a little test recently, so mine changed from what I thought it was. And they can change every day, fellas, so y'all might need to do the test and see. Mine was acts of service and quality time. Acts of service because, like I said earlier, I love doing stuff for people that, like, doing an act of service. Like, you say something and I listen to it and I'll go do it, and I figured out that you need this. I can help out here, so I'll make an effort to actually serve. And then my second one was quality time. I love spending time with my person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't... It don't make sense to me to be in a relationship if I can't see you all the time. I'm trying to be in your skin, man. I'm trying to goddamn be with you all the time. I'm trying, and not on no clingy shit, because you do need space to appreciate. You do need that
shit
time
sounded
apart.
clingy, man. I don't know.
Nah, ain't no clingy nigga. But you know what I'm saying? If I like you, I like you. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I feel like quality time is important because you don't know that person until you spend that quality time. You see, that's the thing with me. So like when we're talking about taking your girl out to the club and she see you in that aspect, you take her to a community service event, you take her to church, you take her to different places so she can see you in different aspects. You take her around your homeboys for a Super Bowl party because she want to see who you are with your friends. She want to see who you are with your parents. But all of this just revolves around quality time, just spending time with that person. They can see you in different lights and different atmospheres and just see who you are in different things. And I like to do that with my person. I want to see who you are with your friends. I want to see who you are with your parents. I want to see who you are with your siblings. I want to see who you are with, different, because that shows me who you really are. And then I want to see who you are with me. Like, we spend quality time just watching the movie, watching you. You know what I'm saying? We're watching BMF and Power.
Absolutely.
Power is coming back.
I'm gonna watch BMF is on tonight.
Yeah. I'm leaving right out here. I gotta watch BMF.
What about you? I thought you were going to crew.
Chill out. Not too much on me. Not too much on me.
My bad. No. That's payback. All right.
Take it.
T, what you got?
So love languages. Love languages is 1980s. All right, Gary Chapman. Come on, you gotta get the details.
Damn, this nigga's good.
So there was 5 basic love languages: physical touch, number 1; quality time, words of affirmation, acts of service, and receiving gifts. However, those is 1980s, 42 years, right? Science now out there. There's actually new love languages. There's 7 love languages.
Goddamn, 7.
It's love language of activity, right? Appreciation, emotional, financial, intellectual, physical, practical.
Man,
right?
niggas just running to go update some shit. You didn't need that. Each of those extra ones can fit into one of those previous categories.
I think they expand the ones that we had before.
Because you had 7.
So they're subcategories.
I think they're the new categories. 5 is old. These are the 7 new ones.
Wow.
See, and most people don't know is you got to study what you want to talk about, right?
This guy here, bro.
Are you calling us unprepared? That's
No. I'm saying that you right now we're going to give the audience something that they haven't thought about yet.
Okay.
We're going to give y'all a system.
What is the podcast name?
Epicenter.
Nigga, what? We didn't say the 5 times.
It was a segue.
That's crazy.
It was a segue.
It was a segue.
Oh, a segue. I apologize.
See,
I have accountability. I apologize, black man.
Nevertheless, I think love languages also have to be for your romantic partner. It can be for your friends, your groups, all that stuff, right? I said that to say we had this conversation very recently. Well, now how do you show love not only to your romantic relationship but to your friends? I feel like we the brothers as well,
right?
Like being good to your friend is also important, equally important, if not more. There was a report that came out, one of Harvard's longest studies. I think it was like 75, 85 years, which is that what is the truth to happiness? And it wasn't wealth and it wasn't status. It was
friendship, relationships.
Like those who are true in fulfilled in the relationships are the happiest people. So I say that to say, like, when my goals are like, how am I good to my friends? I want my friends to be able to say, I am good to them, and I do this one thing. And my love language, my gift, because we receive and give. My gift is financial and intellectual. If you know me, we're gonna talk about some intellectual shit, and we're gonna talk about some financial things, right? What I like to receive though is intellect. I like receiving intellect. Please pour into me. I feel like as men, we are the giving trees. We are naturally the giving trees. We're always going to be pouring to others, and we have to, right? The most unappreciated person in the world is a black man, all right? That's what they used to say back in the 1950s, 60s, right? Because we're going to give so much, for sure. But who can we count on? And so I want to challenge everybody out here is like go ask yourself, who can you really go count on? Not only for your partner, because your wife is always going to hold you down. Your girl, she's generally going to always hold you down. But your friends, do all your 5 friends hold you down the same way that you want them to hold you down and you hold them down? And go
accountability. Because little tidbit, like T came in here and he analyzed and audited our whole fucking set. And
it was a strong audit too.
Yeah, he gave us a real deal audit. But
business breakdown.
As entrepreneurs and as friends and as bros, we figured out I'm taking all the information he's saying, I'm putting it in a safe right here. You know what I'm saying? It's not some niggas can't take shit. Some niggas don't like constructive criticism. He didn't wake up this morning and say, let me go to BRIL and STERL podcast and just talk all the shit I can. No. Nigga came in here and figured shit, if I can, and he asked too, respectfully, can I say this? Of course, bro. Anything you need to say that you feel like would be worthy of saying that can help us out, why not say it, bro?
I think to my staff, like one thing I say is that to the right person, criticism is motivation. Criticism can be an answer. Your friends are always going to keep you up or whatnot. So you always want to, like, you know, we're not pulling punches. We're criticizing to make better, and it always come back from intentionality, right? Now, granted, intentional. If you go kill somebody or whatnot, the intention didn't matter. Like, hey, that person not here no more. But 9 times out of 10, you always look at the person's intention. Like, are they trying to make me better? If I'm trying to be better, then good, because you can't be soft.
Like, correction is a form of love, man.
And you know, with the bros, we used to that, bro. Like, if anything, we're used to taking a lot of criticisms and a lot of tough love, if you will say. We took a lot of tough love to be where we are now.
We signed papers. We signed
a lot of papers.
Went to a couple meetings.
Went to a couple meetings and wrote down our, you know, who we want to be in life. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's the perfect time we'll make a Sub-5 fraternity as a non-hazing organization that's, you know, since night. You know, there you go.
Appreciate that.
With the disclaimer, man. But man,
this is no part.
So man, friendships, relationships, man.
It means a lot.
What do you give to your friends? I want y'all to know that our normal producer Pank is not here, man. Bless him on the traveling byways and highways, man. My dog T came up, dropped game, man. Held down the camera work for us. We gave him a mic, man, and we appreciate him for pulling up to the EPICENTRE podcast. His solo interview where we do a deep dive on business is coming.
You got to come back when we do yours, and that's gonna be an episode to fucking see.
Absolutely.
But just regardless, bro, like you said, just being able to step in those shoes and like, shit, we need some help, bro. We need some help, dog. Niggas here. And he was a valuable asset to what we did today. You know what I'm saying?
Just trying to earn my paycheck. They pay good here, by the way.
They pay good. We pay good.
We pay.
They pay amazingly well. Did you say
that girl BRIL talked about we pay good.
We got dental insurance.
Ooh, 401k too.
For them teeth.
You're not gonna get it, but we got dental insurance.
Through their efforts, they will be able to eventually
achieve dental insurance.
There you go.
Braces and all of that good stuff.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
Fix that chip tooth and them silver teeth in the back.
Woo! And with that being said, man, we appreciate you guys for listening. We appreciate the first time. We say the first time, last time listeners. Man, we appreciate you. If you're on the traveling highways and byways, God bless you, man. Carry on with your day, however you watching this. We appreciate you. YouTube, we appreciate you. If you listen to the audio, man, I hope I sound sexy. And with that being said, it's the EPICENTRE podcast, DAEPICENTRE. That's the British way,
the UK way
podcast. Peace, man.
Get it.